When did the pick-me girl go too far? Junior year, this girl Brielle made everything about her. And I mean everything. She'd cry over those Brielle McLaughlin puppy commercials at lunch, full-on sobbing with her head on the table. She'd scream random things in the hallway just to see who'd turn around. She once faked a panic attack because someone wore the same shirt as her to school. Most people bought into it. She had this whole crew that treated her like she was made of glass. I tried to ignore her, but we were both in choir, so I couldn't escape completely. Then came the spring concert. 20 minutes before showtime, all 100 of us were on the risers doing final rehearsals. The auditorium was packed with early parents finding seats, programs rustling, that pre-show energy. Brielle was front row center, obviously. She always made sure she got the spotlight positions. Suddenly, the side door opened and Brielle's mom walked in. Not rushed, just purposeful. She went straight to our director, Mr. Ford, and whispered something in his ear. He nodded, looked at Brielle, and called her name over the microphone. "Brielle, can you come down, please?" The entire choir went silent. Brielle climbed down from the risers, her heels clicking on the stage floor. Her mom pulled her aside, leaned in close, and said maybe 3 sentences. That's when Brielle screamed. Not a gasp, not a cry. A full horror movie, blood-curdling scream that echoed off every wall in that auditorium. Parents in the audience stood up. Some of the freshman girls started crying just from hearing it. Brielle took off running for the exit, but she only made it about 20 feet before her legs gave out. She collapsed right there on the auditorium floor, wailing like someone had ripped her heart out. "Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god," over and over and over. Her mom rushed over, grabbed her by the elbow, and practically dragged her out through the side door. The whole thing took maybe 90 seconds, but it felt like an hour. Mr. Ford stood there frozen. Nobody knew what to do. Finally, he cleared his throat and said, Let's take 5 minutes. The second we got backstage, everyone pulled out their phones. Our group chat exploded with messages. Someone texted Brielle directly. She responded 20 minutes later. "Nothing will ever be the same." Then, "Why couldn't it have been me?" Then she stopped responding entirely. Word spread fast. By intermission, half the school thought Brielle's dad and little sister had died in a car accident. The other half thought it was a house fire. With a reaction like that, what else could it possibly be? People started organizing, seriously organizing. Mallory created a shared Google Doc for funeral carpools. Samantha set up comfort shifts so someone would always be available to sit with Brielle. We had a rotation schedule and everything. I couldn't stand the girl, but even I signed up for 2 shifts because whatever happened, it had to be devastating. Before the concert started, Mr. Ford gathered us in a circle. We all held hands, and he led a prayer for Brielle and her family. A full prayer at a public school. Nobody said a word about separation of church and state because we were all just worried. The concert was awful. Nobody could focus. We missed cues, forgot entrances. Mr. Ford didn't even care. Monday came. Brielle wasn't at school. Tuesday, nothing. Wednesday, still absent. People started asking if we should send flowers to her house or if that was too soon. Someone suggested a meal train. Then Thursday morning, Samantha came running up to our lunch table. She'd been friends with Brielle's younger sister on Instagram. "You guys," she said, breathless. "You guys, I figured out what happened." We all leaned in. Her sister got diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. Silence. "That's it?" someone finally asked. "That's it." The mom called her at the concert because they wanted to skip it and meet with the doctor that same night. The appointment was scheduled for 7 p.m. Not hospitalized, not emergency surgery, not dying. A scheduled appointment to discuss a completely manageable medical condition. The reaction was immediate. People were pissed. We'd organized carpools to a funeral that didn't exist. Some kids had cried themselves to sleep. We'd rearranged our entire schedules for comfort shifts. Brielle came back to school the following Monday like nothing had happened. She wouldn't talk about it, just said it was too painful to discuss. By lunch, someone had leaked the diabetes diagnosis in the group chat. Brielle got absolutely roasted. Not bullied, just called out. People asking her why she screamed like that over diabetes, asking her if she understood what actual tragedy looked like. She switched schools 3 weeks later. Her sister, by the way, is completely fine. Plays varsity soccer now. Mr. Ford still brings up that concert every year as a lesson in keeping perspective during actual emergencies.